I think it has a kick to it that really makes you feel good. Or put it in your smoothie, especially now we have a powder. So there are different options.
We talk about food, wine, what things taste like. I've had your beverage. I think I enjoyed the taste. One thing I'm always scared about when we talk about health products, the phrase I use is, does it taste like science? Because I'm sure you've had fruit drinks and earth drinks and green drinks that tasted like science. Yours does not. Can you walk us through the flavor profile? And if you have one or two or three favorite ways to drink it, whether you mix it with something, whether you like it cold or warm, or how do you recommend, what does it taste like to you and how do you recommend drinking it?
Okay, I'm going to go to your question in 1 second, but I did also want to say that many times people call me and they say, I can't afford your drink. And what I say to them is, tell me what you can afford and I'll make it work. Because again, at this point in my life, especially for people who are maybe in the lower income or on Social Security, and they need it. Like it's so if anybody in your audience feels like they want to try it and for some reason they can't afford it, I answer your emails and calls and we'll work. I'll make it work. I do this for many people.
Do you want to
That's
tell us
number
your
one.
email address right now?
Yeah. So if you email either info@120life or Ira, IRA, at 120life.com, I'll get it because I answer the emails and calls.
Okay.
The tasting is interesting because, as I always tell people, my wife thinks it's the worst thing she's ever drank and will not drink it. So, I'm dealing with this all the time. And I said to her, just remember, if I'm ever blessed to sell this company, you're probably not entitled to a penny from it. You won't even drink it. But so I think I wanted it to taste correct. In other words, I think working in music for commercials and for all these big brands, I know what goes in to a brand and a new product and the level of detail and the millions of dollars. So here I am in the kitchen mixing this drink, and I'm just like, yeah, this tastes good. I wasn't like, I think I'd still be in the kitchen if I was only worried about the taste. I think and some people think it tastes really good. And I think it has a kick to it that really makes you feel good. And I say to people, well, does beer taste great? Does gin taste, like, in other words, this tastes good. It's not maybe the best tasting thing ever, but it can probably really help you. And so, if some people like yourself that like, I really like the taste, and some people like, oh, I don't know. Sometimes I say, well, mix it with cranberry juice, or mix it with seltzer, or there's different, or put it in your smoothie. Especially now we have a powder, so there are different options. I think the point is that high blood pressure is not something to mess around with. Too many bad things can happen. And they call it the silent killer because when you have it, many people are unaware. And I have a meeting tomorrow with one of the big music artists in the gospel world. His name is Donald Lawrence, who I just happened to run into a couple of weeks ago. And he was telling me about a couple of friends in their 30s and 40s who died from high blood pressure. And he wants to spread it to the community. And that's what we're going to talk about because he's just seen too much tragedy from it. So this is not the only way to help high blood pressure, but it is a way and a step forward. So whether it tastes amazing or tastes good, we believe it really can help. And that's, to me, the most important thing.
Ira, you've given us a lot of your time. I think I'm most taken by your creative confidence of solving your own problem. And then once you solved it, sharing it with the world. Please tell us, how can we help you? Please tell us how to find your website, how to find you on social media, and where to follow you and where to browse your products.
So, the best way, so the other is this, so we guarantee, and I do the refund. So if you want to try 120 Life, it's the number's 120life, life.com. So that's 120life.com. And if you want to try it for 2 weeks, you have to purchase it. But if you're if you're unhappy for any reason, if you don't like the way the bottle looks, just call me and I'll give you your money back. Guaranteed, and you will get me. Like sometimes I'm on radio talking, and I'm like, if you're unhappy, call me and I'll call you back. And people will say, I can't believe you called me back. I'm like, I said I would. So it's I think it's a no-lose proposition, because if you're unhappy, I'll give you your money back. If it works, we're helping you.
So thank you so much for your time.
Thank
Thank
you
you for discovering this health idea, and thank you for being selfless in this next chapter of your life and sharing it with us.
Thank you. You have a great day.